Bad data is worse than no data. And every duplicate contact you have in HubSpot makes your reporting less accurate, your outreach less efficient, and destroys your team confidence in actually using HubSpot. In this video, we're showing you how to tackle duplicate contacts, from finding them to merging them and preventing them from happening in the first place. If you're new here, this is HubSpot Hacks by SimpleStrat. We're a Diamond HubSpot solutions partner that breaks down real-life HubSpot use cases. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our awesome videos coming out weekly. Now, let's get started. Let's dive into duplicate management in HubSpot. It's a really important way to make sure that we keep our data clean, and HubSpot has some awesome tools to make it easy for us. So I should mention this will be available to all HubSpot hubs, and then I'm going to show you some automation, some tools built in that you will either need Data Hub Professional or Enterprise for, but everything here in the beginning will be available to everyone. It's also worth mentioning, if you did not already know, HubSpot does some work for you on the front end, meaning that you cannot create duplicate contacts based on email addresses. So if any forms are submitted or you try to manually create contacts with an email already in your CRM, it will not create them. Like if a form fill comes through, it will automatically link those contacts together and update the existing one. And for companies, it does the same thing for domain. So you cannot have the same company with domain. This is a really awesome way to just keep your data clean from getting really, really messy. So obviously there's use cases where companies have multiple domains, contacts have duplicate emails, or you follow the number one rule, which is you don't follow the number one rule, which is making sure everyone has an email address in your CRM. So I know I did a lot of talking. Let's dive into it. First things first, you're going to want to jump into HubSpot. And on the left-hand side, you're going to want to go down to data management and then data quality. This whole data quality sort of hub has a lot that you can do in terms of checking out formatting issues, looking at enrichment gaps. But today, we're going to purely be focusing on duplicate management. So here you can see I have 239 issues of duplicate contacts or companies in my CRM. That's bad. We got to start diving into these. So I can do that by clicking Manage Duplicates up here or just click View Issues. Now, when I scroll down here to Manage Duplicates, you'll see I have a view for contacts and companies. And right now we're going off the HubSpot default model. That will be available to everyone. Then later on, I'm going to show you how to do these in bulk and show you how to create your own rules. And that will be if you have Data Hub Professional or Enterprise only. So let's take a look here. So we've got a lot of contacts with the same names. This is a test portal, so the data really truly is a mess. So we can look at these contacts here, both with the same exact name. And you can click into this here, and you can right here just click to reject, saying I don't want to duplicate these records. Get it out of my view real quick. Rejected. Now we're moving on to the next one. Or we can say, hey, this one looks like it might be a duplicate. I want to review this further. But say, hey, this one looks like it might be a duplicate. You can go and click review, and it'll pop up some data about the records that you're trying to merge. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you select the primary record. Typically what I'll do is scroll down and take a look at last activity dates, maybe go into the record, see if any of them have a bounced email address and make sure that we don't make that one the primary. But I like to see which one was contacted most recently, maybe which one has a work email versus this one is a personal email. That would probably make that one the primary, which is basically the one that you want to kind of have priority over from the other one. What will happen is if your secondary record being merged into your primary has data your primary doesn't, the secondary will fill in the gaps. But if they both have data that's different, the primary one will supersede whatever you set as the secondary one. So what's really cool is you can select your primary this way, but then you can get granular here and manage these, customize these properties. Like say I want the last name to actually come from my secondary one or the phone number to come from secondary, and last activity dates, I can do that. So I can also manage the properties I want to review. Like if there's some other ones here, like maybe revenue or LinkedIn URLs, you can add them here as your properties to review while you're doing your merging. But we can just click to merge and review next, and it will take us right to our next contact. All right, we merged our first contact, and you'll see it looks exactly the same for companies. You can review or reject right from here and then accept those duplications. So if we go over to back to our contacts, now we're jumping into you need Data Hub Professional Enterprise. You can do some deduping in bulk. So if I want to do it in bulk, I can select my contacts. You'll see some of these are grayed out, and that's because they are currently enrolled in a sequence. So if you want to do any merging with them, you have to unenroll them from that sequence or wait for it to end. But I'll scroll down here and grab a couple other contacts for merging. And then up here at the top, I can either bulk reject them or bulk review. So when you're doing it in bulk, you obviously can't look at them all individually because we're doing it in bulk. If you want to do it individually, go by them one by one like I just showed you before. But you can choose the criteria for which one you want to be the primary. So always choose the one with the oldest or most recent engagement, whichever one was created or first or created last, or whichever one was most recently updated. I'm not going to give you an advice on which one I think is best. Every business is different. The way your contacts come into your CRM, the way your sales reps or SDRs or customer service reps update data and things. So choose the one that's most appropriate for you. But this way you can do merge all and do a bunch of records all at once. So I mentioned before, if you have a paid professional or enterprise data hub, you can create your own rules. So HubSpot looks at some properties like first name, last name, company names, similar email addresses, and phone numbers to detect duplicates. You can create your own rules as well. I believe it's up to 2 rules, and each one can have 3 properties. So we'll click add rule and we'll do a custom rule. So let's call this our LinkedIn profiles. So this will be great if you're using data enrichment tools that are grabbing LinkedIn profile URLs as a way to indicate these people might be duplicates. And we'll select our properties. So again, you can do up to 3, whether they're HubSpot created or custom properties that you have created. So let's do LinkedIn. And we will go down to, we've got a bunch of them. Let's do LinkedIn URL and then review our duplicates. So this is going to take a while to scan. It's also just a test portal, so I'm not sure if any real data is going to pop up or not, but you get the idea of how it works. It will work the same way as it does for the HubSpot default model. Last thing you can do is pop over here to alert, which is going to show you how often duplicates are being detected. So you can see here the different dates that duplicate management was run. And that's actually run based on our own settings. So you can see there just really weren't any duplicates that got picked up here to alert us. But in our duplicate settings, we want to say the daily duplicate limit is to 1 for contacts and companies. So if there are more than 1 duplicate being picked up each day, we want a notification about it. And you can say here in notifications, who do you want to be notified about it? So whoever is managing your HubSpot or is responsible for those duplicates, you're going to want them at them here to get these notifications. All right, that does it for managing duplicates inside of HubSpot. Again, down in the description is a link to our HubSpot Hacks newsletter. Highly recommend signing up to get all the latest and greatest HubSpot news and tips directly to your inbox. Remember to like the video if you liked it and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Thank you so much for watching and happy HubSpotting.